Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone.
In this video, I will explain jaundice classification. I will be concerned on some biochemical aspect on jaundice classification. Firstly, I will give a quick feedback of bilirubin metabolism. Red blood cells synthesis from bone marrow in a process known as erythropoiesis. The cell developed till reach reticulocyte. Reticulocyte will form erythrocyte. This is our red blood cells. The lifespans of red blood cells in a neonate 70 to 90 days and in the adult 120 days. After the red blood cells become dead, damaged and die, all that cells going to spleen because there is macrophages cells. This is cells responsible to engulf this dead old cells. And macrophages cells will degrade the erythrocytes and release hemoglobin. Hemoglobin broken down to two components, heme and globin. Globin is protein and going to recycle and reuse for erythropoiesis. Heme broken down to two components, iron and unconjugated bilirubin. Iron also going to recycle for reuse erythropoiesis. Unconjugated bilirubin, the yellowish orange color of unconjugated bilirubin is not recycled and need to remove from the body because it's toxic in the central nervous system. It is lipid soluble, whereas in blood it is required to carry around by a protein known as albumin. So I note the normal unconjugated bilirubin as 1 plus. So unconjugated bilirubin going with albumin. The albumin carried unconjugated bilirubin for further metabolism in the liver. In the liver also it has on macrophage cells. This macrophage cells degrade the erythrocytes and release hemoglobin. Hemoglobin broken down to two components, globin and heme. Globin is protein and broken down to amino acid and going recycle, reuse for erythropoiesis. Heme broken down to two components, iron and unconjugated bilirubin. Iron going to recycle blood for reuse in erythropoiesis.
Here the unconjugated bilirubin, and I noted as 1 plus,
have further metabolism in the liver will be a reaction called conjugation. So all unconjugated bilirubin converted to conjugated bilirubin with addition glucuronic acid. So here normal conjugated noted as also 1 plus. Conjugated bilirubin here water soluble and excreted from the liver in bile into small intestinal through common bile duct, then transfer through the small intestinal till reach the lower segment in the intestinal which known as ileum and the first part of large intestinal. Here the conjugated bilirubin converted to urobilinogen through special bacteria
in the intestinal, and also I noted urobilinogen here 1 plus. Urobilinogen is lipid soluble and 90% of urobilinogen converted to stercobilin through special bacteria in the intestinal, and that give brownish character to the stool. The remaining 10% going to recycle blood, and because urobilinogen here lipid soluble, so need protein to carry around. This protein is known as albumin.
5%
of urobilinogen,
this is the small percentage going to re-enter liver and participate with enterohepatic urobilinogen cycle. The remaining 5% going to the kidney through blood, and this is the normal urobilinogen noted as 1 plus. This is urobilinogen converted to urobilin
and giving the yellowish character to the urine.
I will talking now about serum value. The normal total serum bilirubin consists of conjugated bilirubin and unconjugated bilirubin. Conjugated bilirubin less than 20%, unconjugated bilirubin more than 80%. The classification of jaundice will be different depending on where is the problem. Is the problem before liver? Is the problem in the liver? is the problem after liver. Problem before liver refer as pre-hepatic jaundice. This is the pre-hepatic.
Problem in the liver refer as hepatic jaundice.
Problem after liver refer as post-hepatic. So we have three type of jaundice: pre-hepatic, hepatic, and post-hepatic. Pre-hepatic jaundice, the main cause of pre-hepatic jaundice is extravascular hemolysis. Extravascular hemolysis is meaning overproduction of red blood cells and increased bilirubin in the blood. So whereas have any kind of hemolytic anemia is meaning increasing red blood cells
Undergoing lysis, and that means increased workload on the spleen.
and that meaning increase unconjugated bilirubin. I noted the increasing unconjugated
Bilirubin
as 2 plus. Unconjugated bilirubin here lipid soluble and it is toxic in the central nervous system. So whereas in the blood it is required to carry around by protein. This is a protein known as albumin. Unconjugated bilirubin going with albumin for further metabolism in the liver. Unconjugated bilirubin in the liver have further metabolism will be a reaction called conjugation.
So all unconjugated bilirubin will convert it to conjugated bilirubin.
And I noted also here conjugated bilirubin high because all unconjugated bilirubin convert to it. So conjugated bilirubin here, it is water soluble and it will be excreted from liver to the small intestinal through common bile duct. Conjugated bilirubin here transfer through small intestinal to reach the lower segment of small intestinal and the first part of large intestinal. Conjugated bilirubin here that I noted as 2 plus because it's more converted to urobilinogen through special bacteria and intestinal. Urobilinogen here, lipid soluble. 90% of urobilinogen converted to stercobilin through special bacteria also. But here the character of feces will be more dark because have high level of urobilinogen. So stercobilin here giving the feces dark color because have high level of urobilinogen. What about the remaining 10%? It is going to recycle. Urobilinogen, it is lipid
Soluble
and need to carry around by protein to recycle blood. Urobilinogen have two-way. 5%, this is the small percentage participates in enterohepatic urobilinogen cycle. The other remaining 5% going to kidney and converted to urobilin. But here also urobilinogen here is high. So because urobilinogen here is high, this is giving dark color for urine. So in the pre-hepatic, there is dark color in the stool, also dark color in the urine. The cerium value of conjugated bilirubin in pre-hepatic jaundice is less than 20%, which is fine because normally hepatocytes turn over. So in pre-hepatic jaundice, we see the conjugated bilirubin is normal and we see the dark stool because increasing of the level of urobilinogen and dark urine also.
I'm going now to hepatic jaundice.
The most cause of hepatic jaundice is hepatitis, and we have many types of hepatitis from A to H. Here, hepatitis make inflamed hepatocyte membrane, so unconjugated bilirubin it is not handling properly and not conjugated completely. So some of unconjugated bilirubin that regurgitate back to blood. So I noted unconjugated bilirubin here as 2 plus because they regurgitate back to the blood, and 2 plus here unconjugated bilirubin because it's not handling properly and not conjugated completely. Conjugated bilirubin here noted as 1 plus because not conjugated all the unconjugated bilirubin, and some of conjugated bilirubin it is regurgitate. Conjugated bilirubin it is water soluble and going to the small intestine through common bile duct till reach the lower segment of the small intestinal and first part of large intestinal. Here, conjugated bilirubin converted to urobilinogen. Urobilinogen is lipid soluble. 90% of urobilinogen converted to stercobilin through special bacteria. Stercobilin here giving the feces normal brownish color. 10% of urobilinogen going to back to recycle, and as we know urobilinogen is lipid soluble, so need to carry around by protein albumin carrying with urobilinogen and going to recycle. Here, because the hepatocytes inflamed, so did not going to take up urobilinogen, not going to take it. So urobilinogen skip hepatic uptake and going to systematic circulation. So here 10% going to kidney. Urobilinogen here will be increased because 10% going to kidney to filter it. Urobilinogen convert to urobilin and giving dark color of urine. So hepatic jaundice, they have dark color of urine and normal color of stool. Dark color of urine because the urobilinogen will be high in the kidney and in the urine.
Conjugated bilirubin in hepatic jaundice is from more than 20 to 50%. Why more than 20 to 50%? Since the hepatocytes inflamed, there is leaking of conjugated bilirubin from hepatocytes to blood. So there is leaking to the blood. So since the conjugated bilirubin more than 20, now it is filtered by kidney. And I noted as 2 plus conjugated bilirubin. So in the hepatic jaundice, we see conjugated bilirubin in the urine, and we see dark urine, and we see normal stool. I will explain now post-hepatic jaundice. The most common cause of post-hepatic jaundice is obstructive liver disease. Any pathological after liver, it is considered post-hepatic jaundice. Unconjugated bilirubin converted to conjugated bilirubin. Conjugated bilirubin, water soluble, and it will going through common bile duct to go to the intestinal, but here there is obstruction. Conjugated bilirubin here accumulated in common bile duct that lead to regurgitate of conjugated bilirubin to the liver hepatocytes and back to the blood. For this reason, I will put 2 plus on conjugated bilirubin. Conjugated bilirubin here, if we see it in the small intestinal, there is no conjugated bilirubin and there is decreasing of excretion conjugated bilirubin. So there is no conjugated bilirubin in the intestinal, there is no urobilinogen, there is no stercobilin. So the character for stool in the post-hepatic jaundice is clay color, which is colorless. So there is no urobilinogen going to recycle the blood, no urobilinogen go to the enterohepatic circulation. There is no urobilinogen go to the kidney, this meaning 0 urobilinogen in the kidney. Conjugated bilirubin in the post-hepatic jaundice is more than 50%. Why?
more than 50% because accumulated conjugated bilirubin in common bile duct and regurgitation of conjugated bilirubin to the liver hepatocytes and going back to the blood. Going back to the blood is meaning it is filtered in the kidney. So here we can see the character in the urine for post-hepatic jaundice. There is no urobilinogen and there is conjugated bilirubin.
And that gives dark tea color for urine.
At the end of this video, we are knowledgeable about some biochemical aspect on jaundice, classification of jaundice, and it is depend on where is the problem. If before liver is pre-hepatic and most common cause extravascular hemolysis due to overproduction. If in the liver is hepatic jaundice, most common cause viral hepatitis due to decreased conjugation. If after liver it is post-hepatic jaundice and most common cause obstructive liver disease due to decreasing excretion. The character of urine and stool in the pre-hepatic dark stool and dark urine, hepatic normal stool and dark urine, post-hepatic clay stool and
dark tea color for urine. I hope you enjoy with my video on jaundice classification. With all my respect, مكارم الهلال.